Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into a company that got a letter and not the kind you want to frame. Actually, it's more like a Dear John letter but from the stock market. We're looking at why this company is getting kicked off the Nasdaq plus other things in their report. Before we begin dissecting this corporate document, if you appreciate getting straight insights from these filings, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description where we discuss these companies even further. Scroll notice Quaimend delisting or failure to satisfy a continued listing rule scroll. So the big headline here is that Lipella Pharmaceuticals got a notice saying their stock is getting delisted. That means they're getting kicked off the Nasdaq. That's not good news for any company. It makes it harder for investors to trade their stock. The Nasdaq basically used its power for what it called public interest concerns. The term public interest concerns refers to actions that could hurt investors and the stock market's reliability. The first rule they broke was about issuing too many shares at a too low price. Basically, if a company issues more than 20% of their outstanding shares and for less than market value per share, they should have had shareholder approval before they do so. This protects the investors essentially. Shareholders are supposed to get a say if a company wants to sell a big chunk of stock at a discount. This is because the sales of the stock might reduce the value of the existing shares. The second rule they're accused of breaking is about voting rights. This rule makes sure that companies doesn't mess with the voting power of their existing shareholders. You cannot reduce or restrict that power disparately. Apparently what triggered Nasdaq was when Lipella handed out a special type of stock, the Series C Plus warrants, which are basically options to buy stock to their placement agent, consultant and advisor when they were working on raising money during the past winter and early spring this year. Kroll common stock has been suspended as of the open of trading on June 2020, 2025. Scroll's trading of Lipella's stock was halted almost immediately, and the company expects that paperwork will be filed with the SEC. The SEC is the Security and Exchange Commission. It's the government agency that oversees the stock market to fully remove them from the Nasdaq. Right now, you can still find their stock trading on the pink market. This is an over-the-counter market that's known for being a bit riskier and less regulated than the big exchanges like the Nasdaq or the New York Stock Exchange. It's like going from a major highway to a back road. Scroll regulation kept that disclosure scroll. The company did put out a press release about getting delisted. They informed the public about what happened. You can find the entire press release as an exhibit attached to this 8K filing. Scroll cautionary statement to regarding forward-looking statements. These are statements about the future. These statements could be wrong, and it contains some of the words used to segments could be wrong, and it contains some of the words used to segments could be wrong, and it contains some of the words used to signal them. It's basically saying, hey, don't take everything we say as a guarantee, and a lot can change. The exhibits contain additional information, including the press release we mentioned earlier. Chapter now for my take on the Lipella Pharmaceuticals situation. The delisting from Nasdaq is a significant setback. It damages their reputation, and their investor base now is limited to a smaller, less regulated set. It is likely that they will try to relist as soon as they come into compliance. I can only speculate as to why the board has allowed this to occur. Perhaps the company was in a crunch time and the new funding was critical, or the board ignored what they thought was inconsequential. If it's a painful lesson in corporate governance, and hopefully they can get back on track and relist soon, if there is no reason given in the report to assume any active wrongdoing or any nefarious actions of the executives. Alright, that's our breakdown of Lipella Pharmaceuticals delisting notice. Let me know in the comments your perspective on Lipella as a company and their actions toward keeping in compliance with listing standards. Did you find this analysis helpful? If so, hit that like button, really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching. See you next time.